In a world of fun and fantasy and ever-changing views and computer terminology, Commodore reviews. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you. Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.
Well, welcome to the Commodore Cave with my Christmas special. It's not quite Christmas yet. It's actually 2 days before Christmas, but Santa's come a bit early this year and he's left this rather impressive looking package underneath my tree. So, like a big kid, I'm not waiting until Christmas Eve. Let's have a look and see what's in it.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas everywhere you go.
And there's a clue. Go there. Right. Ooh. Well, very nice. It's hard to be patient with it. I want to tear it off with my teeth. Well, not a smashed screen like the last one, so that's definitely encouraging. And here we have Commodore PET 8032 SK. Alright, I'm going to plug it in. Okay, so I've connected the keyboard to the computer. It's a detachable keyboard. Looks fantastic as well. And when you slot it in there, it fits in perfectly like it should. So the moment of truth. Commodore, in their infinite wisdom as always, decided to put the on switch right at the back of the computer here. That's so that you couldn't accidentally turn it off when you're using it, because that happens all the time. It's like running with scissors. People die every day from running with scissors. Anyway, I've got to admit I'm a little bit nervous. This has come 5,000 kilometres. Let's see how she goes. With a bit of luck, we should hear a chirp. Chirp. And come on, come on. We've got it. Okay, screen, bright, light. Shout out to Alex who sent this to me. Fantastic work, thank you. And here's the keyboard and the computer itself. Really, really nice condition. I can't see any blemishes on that at all. The serial number is only 7,000. That's pretty low. I don't know how many of these they made. I'll have to find out. Well, I've just written a short basic program just to put it through its paces, give it a bit of a test out. Let's see how she goes. Nothing too spectacular, but it's enough to get the processor doing something. Can't complain about that. Even Lucy's adopted it. So, Commodore 8032 SK computer. Let's go meet your friends in the Commodore Cave. Access to the motherboard is gained simply by removing two screws at the back. Not quite as simple as the 4032, but take out these two and the case will open. We can have a look inside. There's our chips. No sign of any muck or dust or anything in there. Power supply. And that goes up to the monitor. And here are our main chips. Just looking for some dates around here. MOS chip, 7th week of 1982, the 10th week of 1981, and the 2nd week of 1982. That's my 8032 SK PET Commodore computer. A welcomed addition to the Commodore Cave. I ran this short program and 2 hours later it's still running strong. This was Commodore's first line of computers after purchasing MOS Technologies in the late 1970s. The CPU in it runs at 1 MHz. It's a MOS 6502. It runs basic version 4.0, and the 8032 designates it had 32 kilobytes of memory. These models came with 8 and 16, and the SK designates that it is a separate keyboard. When it was sold new, it was around about $1,500 in the US. I can't even imagine how much that is on 2016 prices. I bought it for $820 including postage, which was $200 for the postage alone. That would be around about 600 US or 480 British pounds. There's a myth that the case was designed by Porsche. Love the myth, but that is what it is. It was actually designed by an Atari designer named Ira Velinsky, and myth or not, you've got to admit it is a beautifully designed piece of hardware. Well, I've had the computer running for several hours now. I've written a few basic programs on it to test it. It's run flawlessly. The computer is in outstanding condition. The monitor is clear and bright and steady as a rock. I couldn't really be any happier with it. A couple of minor annoyances that I've noticed is that there's no user port on the back, so I've got a problem plugging in my PET-VET to get the software off. That's a challenge that I'll be able to solve, I'm sure. And some of the keys on the keyboard are a little bit different to what I'm used to as on the other Commodore computers, but I'll get used to that pretty quickly as well. I've got to say I am delighted with it. It is a wonderful computer. Anyway, that's it from me in the Commodore Cave. I hope you've enjoyed it as I have. Thank you for visiting, and a very Merry Christmas from down under. Till next time.
Are you keeping up with the Commodore? 'Cause the Commodore is keeping up with you.